All right, guys, let's jump into this quick recap here today. I took multiple trades today. I'm going to show you. I have the recordings of them, so we're gonna go over them here in the video, and we're going to recap them as well. Now, the recap was very simple. This morning, we had a lot of macroeconomic data that was going to show us how strong the job market was, how inflation is doing, and because of that, I was really sitting at my desk ready to rock and roll before 8:30. Because when that data dropped at 8:30, I wanted to be ready to be able to take advantage of that intense volatility. All right. And this morning we had that data come out. We had this nasty drop here. You can see this is the 8:30 candle right here. Wait a second. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Banger trades. Yes, Friday was amazing. But did you know that on March 1st, I will be speaking at a Trade Ideas webinar live? You want to make sure that you sign up for the newsletter down there so that when I do send out the emails with the link so you can join on that stream, on that webinar, you can get it and then click and just come on over and watch this presentation live. All right, guys, make sure to check that out. Let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the recap. All right, guys, so for this trade here in the early morning, this was 8:30. Well, it was a little bit after 8:30 a.m. The data dropped at 8:30. I went ahead and got my first trade in. Right shortly after that, I reviewed the data and thought to myself, bearish. And I went after a short trade here on the ES, okay? And I did not voice over on this trade while it was recording because it wasn't during the stream like I normally am. Normally I'm on the stream and then you're seeing the trade unfold in the moment. So I go ahead and I'm talking, stuff like that. In this case, that was not the scenario that played itself out because I was actually working on the watch list for the day to get that sent out to everybody. So, I'm in the trade, everything's nice and quiet. I'm going to fast forward some of this throughout the whole time and maybe cut out some pieces here and there. But you're going to see how I'm in and how I'm scaling out of the trade. One of the key things for me is always to scale out of the trade. I don't want to take all my profit out at once. This allows me to stay in these winning trades for a longer period of time, thus allowing me to capture a bigger chunk of the move, right? And in the case of this one here today, I was able to get some good chunks off, but I was only able to take half the trade off at the second profit target. I really wanted to hold on to the bulk or at least 50%, which is what I did in this case, for the bigger move, looking for a bigger dump fest here, but it doesn't come. And when the trade starts to turn back around a little bit, I go ahead and cut out the remaining contracts. But I cut them out for a gain. I cut them out for a gain, so it's all good and dandy. Now, the second trade of the day is during the live stream. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. However, if you want to go back to the live stream from Friday and watch it, you will see that live trade unfold, and you'll see my commentary or about the trade, as well as in this video I will later recap it and you can see what that trade was like. And then if you want to go watch the live trade, you can go watch that the stream from Friday, which is still here on the channel like all my other streams, and you can watch that live trade unfold, and you can watch and listen to the commentary throughout the whole trade. But this trade was fairly simple. It was fairly easy. I waited for that weak volume bounce. As soon as I got it, I jumped in short. I added to the position, and then I really just allowed it to do its thing. I allowed it to play out and basically give me the move. I'm glad I was able to at least capture half of the position with that nice downside. I got two really good take profits. I didn't get that third one, but it's all good. Stopping out of the third of the last half of the position, stopping out of that with a green trade on that last half is still good. And anytime you can stop out of a position and you stopping out with profit, it's great. So it's a good trade overall. I wouldn't change anything on it. Actually, I wouldn't change a thing on this trade. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions about it, please leave them in the comment section, and stick around for the next half of the video where we go over the recap, we go over the chart, my thought process, etc. on the video. and a nasty drop. And then we just consolidated briefly to the side here for 3 minutes. These are 3-minute candles. Within this candle right here, I went ahead and got short on the ES, and I scaled into it, had about 10 contracts, trading much larger size here this morning on this, but I felt extremely confident on that trade. We had this initial drop. I went ahead and booked some gains as we went lower, okay, and scaled out of that trade. I had about 3 contracts or so left when we started to bounce back up here off of this 3960s area, which I had identified. This is why there's a line here off the daily chart as a potential level of support. And when we had this little candle right here, I covered off the rest of my position, and that was it. That was one really nice trade in pre-market. My second winning trade of the day was right in here. Okay, now this, which is a much smaller trade, I only had 3 contracts, which is more typical along the lines of my regular trading. Okay, I had 3 contracts here on this one, and we had a nice short off of this level, right? Since this level was previously a level I had identified as potential support, which it was, when we broke underneath it and we bounced back up into that level, I went ahead and looked to get short there, okay? And this was all, I called it out in the live stream this morning before I ever even opened the position. I said, I'm looking for bounces back into this zone to see if it can, provide me a short opportunity. And sure enough, it did. Went ahead and jumped in short here on this candle, scaled into it. First entry was up here. Second ads were down here. And once I had my position, now I had 3 contracts. Normally I trade up to 4 to 5, but 3 contracts is on the higher end of the lower size that I would trade typically on this when I enter this type of trade. Went ahead and grabbed those 3. And I took or covered my first piece of profit down here in front of these lows because I was concerned this could be a bounce back zone. We had this candle right here, went ahead and covered a piece. And then as we extended lower, covered some more. And then I left one little runner, and I ended up covering that runner right here on this candle when we started to put in these higher lows, and it was looking like we were going to try to reverse off of these 3950s. These 3950s were a support zone I had identified earlier. And then, we sold off a little bit more, made a new low, and then look at this. Look at these 3950s, how they held. Look at that. And that, my friends, is why it's so important to actually scale out of positions and not hold on to some until the entire position looking for just one singular take profit at one final profit zone. Identify multiple zones and take profits along those zones. Now we have this level now acting as a potential small area of support. Right? All right, guys. So that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope to see you Monday, 9:15 a.m. on the live stream, and you can come trade with us, ask your questions, share your knowledge, and just basically continue building this community of like-minded traders. All right. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. I'll catch you on another one. Peace.